Chapter 6 The Information Superhighway. We all decided to climb out of the broken, shattered iPad. Both Peter 1.0 and Peter 2.0 were back in their individual bodies and forms. Two square creatures came walking towards us. They were square-shaped, and each had one eye. The square creature said, "Welcome." Both Peters responded, "Hi." Hey, at least they both have manners. One of the square creatures asked if they could please help them. They replied, "Saying about what?" When Peter 1.0 and Peter 2.0 raised their staffs together and transformed into a square creature with square glasses and circle glasses. It seemed like both Peters spoke simultaneously, as if a hive mind existed between Peter 1.0 and 2.0, as if they were inseparably linked, one bad and one good. The square creatures walked us down a path that led to two containers. The square creature looked sad as it pointed to the containers, showing how both had an inscription, one as a diamond and the other as a triangle. They looked like they were recently broken out. It can't be. Where's the restroom? Both Peters had distinct voices. You could hear them when they talked. Well, I don't want to use the restroom. Then we will separate. And so they did. Peter 1.0 asked again where the restroom was, and the square pointed to a walkway. Peter 1.0 walked it alone, and I followed as I also had to use the restroom. Our walkway was distinctly different from the land we were in. The path led to a castle. The door was unusual, as it was like a bank vault, as if there was something secret inside. The door opened, and an octopus-like creature grabbed Peter 1.0 and braced him to a lab table. This was not the restroom. The octopus grabbed Peter's hat and glasses and wore it with his staff in hand. Before Peter could speak, the octopus pressed a button, and a laser zapped him. I could see that behind the octopus was another diamond creature. I knew where this was going. Peter's essence fell into a bottle below the table, and the octopus picked it up. The octopus began drinking the bottle, and just then, the diamond touched the octopus. The diamond was in control, puppeteering what remained of the octopus as it slowly changed shape. It was a jagged man with strings attached to the diamond. The man pressed a button that started to shake the entire castle. I quickly ran out of the castle, forgetting I had the urge to use the restroom. The castle was not a castle at all, but an attachment to the diamond. The jagged man was now just a huskless blob with hands controlled by the diamond. It started to run towards Peter 2.0 and the other squares. The diamond monster grabbed the squares and threw them out of the way on the path. When the diamond monster got to Peter 2.0, he began fighting. Nothing seemed to have worked, so Peter created a rift and jumped through. I followed him with the monster, trying to fit in behind me. This rift was different, as it did not immediately teleport us through. At the end of the rift was the exit. Peter 2.0 exclaimed, "Peter 1.0, I can use your help right now." Of course, since Peter 1.0 was in the diamond monster, he wasn't able to do so, but Peter 2.0 did not know. The monster's hands reached the end of the rift before we could get to it and began pulling it apart. "No," cried Peter 2.0, "if you do that, then we will be stuck in a rift forever." The monster did not listen and snapped the rift into two. The beast was now inside the rift with the two of us. Peter 2.0 realized that since all the dimensions were falling apart, the rifts he made wouldn't work, and the monster wouldn't know that. Peter then created rifts in front of the monster's multiple arms. That way, the arms would be stuck in a place that did not exist. The beast, unable to use its arms, struggled to free them. The diamond created a diamond portal below where Peter was, and it detached its arms, pushing Peter towards it. Of course, it's just like the arms in the robots. It needs a head, and the head is the diamond. With all his strength, he shot a ball of energy at the diamond while landing in the diamond portal. The diamond portal and hitting the diamond seemed to teleport us to where the diamond smile was, since it was in control of the diamonds. Peter shot at the smiling part of the smile and broke through a barrier, leading into a giant hand with an eye in it. When Peter hit the smile, it screamed in pain. There was now half of a smile since Peter hit it. The diamond grew 4 tiny arms and made more diamond portals around Peter. Peter shot at the eye in the middle of the hand, and the smile said, "Ouch!" Peter and the diamond were separated into different rooms. Both were hitting the walls around the room, but nothing seemed to have worked besides a shockwave each time they hit simultaneously. Words appeared saying, "You're mine now." Inside the O of your was an eyeball, and Peter shot at it while the diamond recuperated. The floor beneath them fell, and they landed on the symbols ABCDEFGHILFY510 at. The diamond swung from the at symbol, shooting energy at Peter. Peter was swinging from G and F, and missed, falling onto the letters KAK or CAC. The diamond fell onto the letters ABC. The magic they were using seemed to stop working, so they grabbed some of the letters and started fighting. Peter grabbed the O, which shot out like a boomerang, and the diamond grabbed an F and used it as a gun. Pew 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 and came out each time they shot. Both hit the letters below them and fell onto a clock face. The time on the clock was 3, and Peter swung from the mechanism holding the clock together. The diamond was above the minute hand, and Peter kicked the minute hand, sending the diamond flying and changing the time to 1 o'clock. Words popped up saying, "My next game is," but before the smile could finish what it was typing, Peter grabbed the number 5 off of the clock and jumped headfirst into the numerous applications that the smile was going to use. The number 5 broke through the windows, and Peter saw the smiling diamond once more. Peter, while falling, kicked the letter 5 into the left eye and shot a burst of energy at the right eye. The smile fell apart, and the room they were in seemed to be a computer desktop. Peter landed on a file and kicked the diamond into the abyss. The application seemed to be falling apart, and below it was the trash bin. The computer showed that it was on with the diamond image everywhere. When Peter kicked the diamond while everything fell apart, it all went into the trash. The computer now looked like it was being fried on fire. It now showed an error screen, and the screen shattered, showing the computer off. When it hit the trash, the diamond made a shockwave, deleting everything it touched. Peter and I climbed the falling files, and an exit application appeared. "There it is," Peter exclaimed. He seemed to be talking to himself. Peter shot energy at the exit application, which then became a portal. The portal became bigger and bigger, and we jumped in. In the distance, we could see the other end of the portal shutting down, and what sounded like chaos laughing. We came out of the portal onto what seemed like a lit-up walkway. To the side of us was a sign that said, "Welcome to Chaos Land." Whatever we did seemed to mess up the timeline we were in. Peter 2.0's mouth was open with an expressionless no. Then a loud screeching noise came from somewhere, and a purple energy blast made an even louder noise. There was a blinding purple light that blinded both of us and knocked us to the ground. Peter 2.0 screamed louder, saying, "No!"